Hello, my posse and all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm very excited to have you here. And it's very cold here in Michigan. I wish I could turn the camera around and show you how much snow we're getting. It's ridiculous. And I just hired somebody to shovel my driveway, and my husband is so mad. You'd think I cut off his legs. He likes to do this himself, but he's 73. He's got atrial fib. He's crazy. So he can be mad all he wants because I would rather have him around. So that's my story. Anyway, today I am really excited. I am doing a collab with mylifeWendy. I did a collab before with Wendy, and gosh, Wendy has actually been my posse from the beginning. I don't know how she found me at the beginning, but she's been one of my posses from day one. And and I apologize today. I think it's the dryness in here, but I am like, sorry. Anyway, she's been with me from the beginning. And if you haven't seen mylifeWendy, go and pay her a visit. Wendy and I just way back in the beginning just started corresponding by email, and she's like my daughter in Texas or something. She's just the greatest gal. We have so much in common, even being apart in age. She's just a sweetheart, and we thought this would be really fun because we share the same interests in our grandchildren. And as you know, that this video today is about our grandchildren, and every once in a while we get to brag about them. And so we thought it would be fun to let you all know what our life is like as a grandma. And some of you that are grandmas, great. Some of you that aren't grandmas yet, you've got a lot to be blessed for. And speaking of blessed, I am wearing these earrings that say blessed, that mylifeWendy made for me and sent them to me. Actually, I have a couple of pair and a bracelet for Bella, and she's just the best. So go over and listen to her talk about her grandkids. And what better thing to talk about than your grandkids? I don't know. I could just talk about them all the time. And I know some of the other gals on here too, Mary Ellen over 60. I mean, she talks about her grandkids all the time too. And it's just, me and Wendy just, we gush and we correspond, and you can see even not see, but we kind of cry even in the emails back and forth about, our grandkids. I mean, we just gush. And being a grandma is just amazing. And Wendy has 3 grandchildren. She has Hayden, who's 12, Trey is 5, and her Serenity is 13 months, and that's her granddaughter. And Trey is her step grandson, or not Trey, but Hayden. And we all have yours, mine, and ours grandkids, and we don't ever think of them like that they're not ours. So she just has the best time with her 3 grandkids. And her son, she has 1 son, and he lives like in the next town. So that is like amazing. If you're a grandma who can have your grandkids living in the same town as you, it's like amazing. It's just great. So we're blessed. She's blessed. I'm not as blessed as her. I am because I personally have 5 grandchildren. I have 3 children of my own. I have 2 boys by my first marriage, which you probably all know, and my daughter is to my husband and I now. And she has blessed me with 2 grandchildren, Hayden and Bella, that you all know, and it's a blessing to me. I just absolutely love every single minute of being a grandma. And my daughter has always just chosen to live in the same town as me. And I told her, if she ever moved, I would just sell my house and go with her. So she can't go very far. My sons, however, got married. My first son actually was an actor in Hollywood for a while, and he did really well until he met a girl who took him out of Hollywood and somehow moved him to Arizona. And the distance has been challenging for us. to fly there, and we've missed a lot of growing up with them, and that's a sad story and another story, but I do miss them. Jared is now 19, in college, his first year, and Jaden is 15. So I do miss them. We don't communicate as much as I would like to, even with the technology, but you know, hey, I'm sure you've got things like that in your life, and you just take what you can get. And my other son is in Tennessee, and him and his wife have blessed me with I don't want to say beautiful, but the greatest grandson ever. He's my firstborn grandson, and I can't say enough about Blake, and I did get Blake's permission to talk about him and to put his picture in here because he's going to be 22, Blake, in March. And he's been a joy. And being that he's in Tennessee, the drive to Tennessee has been relatively easy for us to get there. Their school and his sports and their activities, they don't get this way too much, but you know, we get to go there, and we've been there since the day Blake was born, and I so appreciate my daughter-in-law for allowing me to be part of the birth and part of him growing up. And I think if you have a daughter-in-law that allows that to happen and has no friction with mother-in-laws, I think that's a blessing. And she's just wonderful. She's like my daughter, and they've been married a long time. And Blake this is his second or his third year in college, and he is in college and doing really well. He's actually going with a girl now who's a beautiful girl, and they have their own YouTube channel. And I miss him a lot. We don't get to see him as much as we could now that he's away in college and full of activities. He's a football player, but he's been a blessing. Blake was one of those babies when he was little that we would go down and take him out to Operaland, and he'd be sitting in his little stroller and just have his little leg up on the stroller, and people would just gravitate to him and talk to him. And we'd go to a restaurant, and you know how kids sometimes get up and they turn around and they bother the people that are behind them, and you go, don't, sit down. And everybody wanted to talk to him. He had charisma like nobody I've known. He was just so much fun to have and watch growing up. We just we loved him to death. And now that he's 22, we're so proud of him. Never been in trouble. Just a really, really great boy. In fact, my son, his father, was a challenge. Not a bad kid, but when his wife got pregnant, he said, "Oh, Mom, I hope I don't have a boy like me." And I said, "Yes, I hope you do, Karma." But not that my son was that bad, but in my day it was pretty rough. He was just a gallivanter, but he really maintained his fatherhood and him and my daughter-in-law raised a beautiful, wonderful man, and we couldn't be prouder. And the long distance is hard, but every time we went, we made it special, and he came up here and we made it special. So, you know, being long distance grandparents has its advantages because, you know, you can still do special things and have memories of them coming to grandma's. I'm not a grandma or grandpa, I'm a nana, and my husband's a papa. So we have special memories of Blake. We love him, and he knows it. So if he's watching this, hi, Blakey. And of course, my daughter, she stayed here, and thank gosh, she's filled our life with such love and compassion and warmth. And I don't think that her and I have really ever had many disagreements in life. I mean, even when she got married, we would go out. I wasn't that mother that picked out the dress and, oh no, you're gonna buy it. I'm buying it. You're buying it. You're getting this dress, or no, I don't like those flowers. I just kind of like sat back and wrote the checks. Never had a day of trouble with her. And she got married and blessed us with a grandson and Hayden and Bella. And I've got a little video clip that I did of Hayden I'm going to try to insert in the end of this. Just I was going to post it separately because he's been wanting to do like a cooking in the kitchen. It's really funny. He's a guy, so it's a guy thing, cooking in the kitchen. But I told him, I said we were going to talk about grandkids, and I would put it in to show you what they do and the fun that I have. But I'll tell you, being a grandparent to me is just, it's the greatest gift I think you can be. Being matured, growing older, all the things that you go through, the changes that you have in your life, without grandchildren, not that if you don't have any, your life wouldn't be great, but they have filled us and my husband with such fun, such laughter. I don't know. Every day is just something different. I do crafts with Bella. You know, I cook in the kitchen with Bella. Hayden, we play Madden together. I haven't got the hang of the Fortnite thing yet. I don't think I will. I don't know. That game doesn't thrill me, but he's very good about not being on the computer too long with one game, maybe. But he's just the greatest gift that I could have. I've been close to those kids since the day they were born, and being able to be in the same town has been really, it's been really great. And some people, think that, being in the same town has its challenges. And, I guess I'm just kind of the grandma, and I think my daughter, she was here, she would say it. I don't really interfere. My daughter has rules. She has her way, and I never get them over here and go, oh, you're at grandma's house, you can do whatever you want. I'm not that kind of a grandma. I respect her rules. I had my chance, raising my kids. I think I did a good enough job as a mom to pass the wand on to her. I watch her being a mom, and it just fills my heart. She's a great mom. And, us being here for her for support, she was married 9 years, and not a very good divorce. The kids were, they lost everything. The kids were just stranded. Luckily, we had this home, which we were able to take them in. And I think the support that me and my husband gave to the kids and to her, she had to obviously work 2 jobs and keep up things and try to get another home for them. And being able to stay with us was just a blessing to her and a blessing to us. And really, it was just easy peasy. We had a routine down. We got up in the morning. I got them off to school. She, like I say, she worked 2 and 3 jobs to save money to get them a house, and she did. And they moved into their home, and they've been gone now 2 years. And now she's, getting married again. So, and we're very happy. You saw the engagement video. So the kids are very happy. He's a very, very nice man. He's good to the grandkids, and that was a priority to me. So I watch that because you have to be good to the grandkids. And like my daughter says, she was a package, so he had to like the grandkids too, the kids, and he's really good. So, but just walking them through with the support and being here for them has just been the greatest joy. I do watch them a lot. I've had people say to me, oh, you have no life. That's all you do is watch your grandkids. You have no life. And I get real taken back by that remark because I think I do have a great life. Yeah, I do watch them a lot. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. When we were working, we even did our work schedules around the days that we were needed. And it's just the way it is. And I don't regret a day of it. I think that having grandkids to fill your home, to make fingerprints, to run around. You'll see in even the clip what they do. They're just crazy with each other, and it's just life. And someday when they're grown, I'll miss it. And my husband, he brought me an article a few weeks ago that was in the paper that said grandparents who watch their grandchildren a lot are less likely to be bothered with dementia or Alzheimer's. and I think I kind of believe it in a way. I'm not saying that that's a contributing factor, but they keep me on my toes, and they keep my husband on his toes, and I wouldn't trade them for love or money. And I am blessed every day, and I do spoil them. I don't really go overboard. Every time we go out, I don't go, oh, come on, it's present time, because, we've raised them, money doesn't buy happiness, it only buys choices, and I think you're pretty happy without that gift, aren't you? And they'll go, yeah. I got away with it. But, I do buy them stuff. I mean, I especially when I was working, I pampered them a lot. So I'm very blessed to have them near me and raise them. And my husband has grandchildren too, but unfortunately, we don't get to see them much, and or the great-grandkids. Everybody just kind of goes off into their own way. So, if you have somebody that's close and that you can help out and that they can bless you, then I say go for it. So anyway, that's the story of my grandkids, and I'll tell you, I'm blessed to be a part of their life. I don't interfere with their life. I don't go over to their house because they are close. I never have gone over to them. Even when she was married before, I never just popped in. I never came unannounced. So unlike my mother, my mom was terrible for that. I'd have the kids in bed 9 o'clock at night, and here they come in the driveway, blowing the horn. The kids would wake up, Nanny and Pappy are here, Nanny and Pappy. And I would be so mad. And I would tell them all the time, don't do this to me. Don't bother me when the kids are going to bed. Now they're all hyper. They were like hyper till 11 o'clock because they would storm in, with hot chocolate from, White Castle or something, or candy, and then I was the bad person because I didn't want them to have it at 10 o'clock at night. And I swore then to my husband, I will never do that to my kids or my grandkids, and I never did. So I respect all that. So it's as long as you have boundaries with your grandkids and your daughter or your son or whoever you have. I mean, there's things that my daughter says to the grandkids, especially like with sports and stuff. She wants them to be their best, and I just want to go and go, oh, isn't he cute? And she'll go, but he missed every basket. And I go, oh yeah, but he looks so cute out there with his basketball. Look at those cute shorts. And she's like the sideline mom, and she's like, hey, I'm going to do this. Don't, catch the ball. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I got to step in. A couple times I had to leave the court because I was like, but she says, no, they're gonna play. They're gonna play to the best of their ability. And I go, but he looks so cute in his shorts. And Bella too, like, look how cute she looks. Okay, she didn't make a basket or 5. Who cares? It's cute. So she's one of those sideline sports moms, but they excel in sports, so I guess it's good. I didn't really push my kids, I guess, in that direction, but whatever works, and whatever. I think the biggest thing that you can give your grandkids is love and support, and I think grandparents really have a really big influence. Pat myself on the back, and my husband too. I think we have a really bigger influence on our grandchildren than we think we do, and I think that helps mold them, and especially if you keep the same, rules. The same, they don't watch anything on TV here that they're not allowed to watch at home or on their phone, and you keep those same boundaries, but you can be a little bit more spoiling as a grandparent. You don't have to yell at them, and I don't have to teach them, the right way to behave in school, or I don't have to teach them all this. I did that to my own, but I leave that up to her. So. But I do enjoy being a grandparent, and they're my greatest gift. And I'm going to insert this clip, which is a couple minutes long, and let you see my Hayden in action. I'll put some pictures in of my grandkids too, my handsome Blake, and enjoy the clip. And thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me boast about my grandkids. And go pay Wendy a visit, mylifeWendy. You'll love her. She does makeup. She's a clean gal. I'm a dirty gal. She's a clean makeup girl. So, and I've tried to clean. Her and I've chatted about it, you know. But she's just a sweetheart. She's in Texas, and so, but her accent's like New York, so she's from New York, and you'll love her. So I'll insert that video. And thanks, guys, for hanging out with me today. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Ouch! Today, look who I got. The All-Star,
Not really.
future NFL, future NFL. This is the other half of Bella. This is Hayden. Say hi.
Hi.
Bella, move. So what are you going to do today for us?
I don't know, make cereal.
Always, Bella's always cooking in the kitchen with Nana, right?
My turn.
So we're going to cook in the kitchen today
Yeah,
with Hayden, who's 11,
Okay.
who is, hold on, a typical guy. Oh, typical guy in the
I'll
kitchen.
chop it up.
Hold on, that's all right. Good. Typical guy in the kitchen, and he does everything easy. So tell him about yourself, Hayden. Tell him a little bit about yourself.
I'm Hayden.
And you're,
Hi.
how old are you?
11 and a half.
Mm-hmm. And what grade are you in?
5.
So what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
What do you do for fun, Hayden?
Play.
Well, what are you in? What kind of sports? Tell everybody.
Basketball.
That's right. And you're a big
Ball.
star. What's your position? Put your hands down so they can see your cute face. What's your position?
Center and basketball.
In football, you're
Tight end.
tight end.
Last year.
Yeah. Oh, so we're gonna just have a little fun today because he always says he never gets to do anything
In the video.
in the video. So he's gonna show you some cooking skills today, which are quite good. So do you have anything that you want to say?
Hi.
Bella's on her.
And subscribe to PewDiePie.
So we're gonna be in the kitchen now, and here comes Bella on her.
Hello.
We all know Bella. She's the cook. This is what I go through all the time. So I wouldn't trade it though. So here we go in the kitchen.
I'm gonna be making some delicious food, what I recommend. So first you're gonna need a bowl. It's very important. And then we have to go over here. Pick one of your choice. I'm gonna pick this today because I like it. And then you gotta get the spoon.
Don't mind my messy kitchen.
Yeah.
You get what? Oh, you gotta get a spoon.
Yeah, and you have to open the bag while you're at it. It helps. Then you have to pour some in. This is one I like eating. And then, see,
Cooking in the kitchen with
We have some.
Hayden.
I ate some.
My
And-
messy kitchen here.
And then we have to get some milk. It helps a lot. It really helps. You have to sit at a table.
Without your phone.
Yeah, without no phone. You have to have some good conversation. Pour the milk. And voila. You just made a perfect breakfast.
Wow, a perfect breakfast.
Or lunch or dinner.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Wait for your mother or your grandmother to do it,
Or somebody who...
and then you eat. And this is cooking in the kitchen with Hayden.
Not really.
And this is what you do
Make cereal.
when you're an 11-year-old boy
And doesn't know how
who's
to make...
spoiled, and everybody does everything for him.
And he doesn't know how to cook a real meal.
Well, thank you for that, Chef Hayden.
Yep.
And come back and cook next time. Oh, you did say you were going to make breakfast, didn't you, Wendy?
Something else. Something else.
Oh, something else. He's going to have something special. So that's my athlete, Hayden. I love you,
Hey.
Hayden.
I love you.
I love
too.
me
Love you
too.
most.
Tell me how you like it.
Thumbs up for like. That's what I do with my day. All right, guys, we just wanted to show you how Hayden's skills and the difference between a boy cook and a girl cook.
I'm better.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Thanks for watching. Anything you want to say to my YouTubers?
Like and subscribe to PewDiePie.